Hello and welcome. Today I'm in the tier 8 Japanese cruiser, the Atago. This match is on the map Hotspot and I'm alone today. I am sailing towards the enemies. I don't really want to go inside all of those islands because that would usually incur death because of destroyers and enemies attacking and all that stuff. And I mean, it just makes sense to stay here and shell, especially if you can hide behind islands like this. Because, you know, that one saves you a ton of damage that you potentially would take. Sadly, usually the destroyers come around and start spotting you, which ruins it. Because destroyers ruin everything, every single time. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, because they're destroyers. They're horrible. Anyways, I'm shooting at this hipper. Try to just do as much damage as possible because nobody can shoot me back right now, which just is free damage essentially. There's absolutely no reason not to. The interesting thing about this match is that both teams have 2 carriers, so there will be lots of air stuff going on, and I imagine that they will start spotting stuff soon. Our carriers seem rather good because they do actually want to go and sink the enemy carrier, at least one of them. That would give them a sizable advantage. I'm not very afraid of planes at the moment because I am literally next to a Kutuzov. I could shoot at that Hatsuharu, maybe. I mean, she was in range for a moment, but the thing is that I probably won't hit. I don't want to rush in too far because, you know, I tend to get ahead of myself a little bit, so staying a bit safer is good enough, I think, at least for now. But right now there isn't all that much to do. We have to just position ourselves decently so that once we do spot enemies we can take them out rapidly. I'll just follow this Warspite for a bit because I imagine the Warspite is going to be a much bigger target than I am and spotted way more easily, so I could probably get a few shots off like on that Kutuzov. Although I would like her to show broadside because I did switch to AP for her. Right now the angle just isn't good enough. But I mean, it might be worth to try to fire anyway, especially if she's not going to turn. And it doesn't appear that she will be, at least not soon. And I'm not being fired upon, which is excellent. Her broadside will be coming up soon. Oh my god, she's firing at me now. Why me? Go shoot that Warspite with your AP, please. Okay, torpedo bomber is also incoming. That's a bit dangerous. I want to tuck behind that island. Because I don't know how long I can handle being in... oh my god, broadside on and only 2,800 damage. But yeah, I used my AA ability. Luckily the Kutuzov was taken care of. Also, I believe the Kutuzov has torpedoes, so getting too close is a bit scary. Anyways, the carriers were coming in. I was afraid they were gonna come for me, so I used my AA ability and turned in a way that made me difficult to drop, but it wasn't really that necessary. They were going for the Warspite anyway, who managed to avoid quite many of those shots, by the way, so she's doing rather well. We can see both of the carriers right now. I think the carrier on the right side is easier to target, not for our carriers, but I mean by ships, because the left side has 3 battleships, which, you know, nobody really wants to contend with, at least unless you're a battleship yourself. So that's why I'm going towards the right side, because this side only has a New Mexico. I mean, and cruisers as well, but you know, those I can fight. Battleships, not so much in a 1 versus 1. So I try to set New Mexico on fire as much as I can, so that we can burn her down. And I'll keep following this Warspite. I imagine the Warspite also wants to go for the enemy carrier, so we have the same plan. Come on, New Mexico, burn! Although, I should note that they do have cruisers on that side, so I definitely have to pay attention to not suddenly get broadsided by a hipper or something. That would just end me. Okay, the hipper is coming straight at us, so that one won't be a problem. There are planes incoming by the other carrier, so I have to pay attention to that, and so does the Warspite. I don't have my AA ability, so this is a bit scary this time. I mean, scarier than last time. And I need to remember that if I do try to dodge them, I will probably open up my broadside to either the hipper or the New Mexico, or both even. So I turn away from them because that one's the faster turn. That makes it difficult to oh, never mind. Carrier is going for the DD, it seems. Okay, well that makes things a lot simpler for us. Hopefully the New Mexico burns down soon, then we can take care of the rest of the ships. The scary thing is that the 2000 HP New Mexico can still kill me almost instantly if she gets a lucky shot. But, I mean, so can a hipper from this close. That's why I fired AP at her, because she is showing broadside. I did get a Citadel hit, which is nice, I think. Let's try for another one. But since I had switched to HE to fire at the New Mexico, I couldn't do that, so I had to fire at the superstructure of the hipper. And have to pay attention to planes now, as I'm very close to the Ryujo. And I'll try shooting her now. And keep my nose pointed towards the other cruiser. Oh, a Citadel hit. Very nice. And the fire. So that means the Citadel hit was with HE. And this Ryujo still isn't moving for some reason. I don't think those torpedoes will reach. At least not at the rate of damage she is taking. And another Citadel hit. That's amazing, with HE too. Okay, well, this should take care of this one carrier at least. And now it's time to fight this Atago, although she has a sizable advantage. But I switched to AP, hopefully I'll be able to take her down quickly. Because she is showing broadside more or less. I aim higher because she is moving away from me. I did get 2 citadels, that's very good, 15,000 damage or so. But sadly, she is also getting rather lucky with fires, so I am burning with 3 fires and 10 seconds away from a damage control party. So I think I'm gonna sink here, or well, go boom. Ooh, I did do another 2 citadels, which is excellent. This Atago will be taken care of. And, well, some other stuff will happen now. Through which might not be the most interesting. But anyways, this Atago is getting shelled by the cruiser that's next to the Warspite and the Warspite. By the way, the Warspite is still alive. Yes, against North Carolinas. She is going to go and duel those. But she does have help from Fubuki, so, and Kutuzum. So she doesn't have to be afraid of aircraft too much. This Atlanta is dueling a Miyoko. But yeah, some stuff happens which isn't the most interesting, so I'll just skip ahead. So I skipped ahead a whole bunch. I'm following the Fubuki. We have 7 ships left, they have 2, a Benson and a Hiryu. The thing is that The Benson is unaccounted for. We don't know where she is. We are capping right now by a cruiser. This Fubuki was capping too, but because the Hiryu was still up, she figured she would go for the Hiryu. And we also have a battleship who is going to enter our cap soon. And by the way, we just spotted, so to say, where the Benson is. She is inside our cap, and our carrier is not spotting him. And, well, look at the caps right now. The Benson actually has a capping advantage. One of our cruisers just needs to turn around, right? Go into the cap, and then it'll be no problem. Well, let's see what happens. I don't know how, but nobody still has turned around. So this Fubuki was like, nope, I might be next to the carrier, but I have to turn around because the cruisers apparently on our team do not want to win the game. I mean, look at this. The Hipper still hasn't turned around. Why not? Nor has the Miyoko. They have a capping advantage because they started capping earlier. A tiny bit, but still earlier. Okay, well, now, I guess it comes down to whether this Fubuki can make it into the cap. I guess one other chance would be if, you know, our carrier were to hit the enemy DD in our cap, but that doesn't seem to be happening at any time. Well, the Hipper finally turned around, or sorry, started turning around, but I think it's like 2 minutes too late for that. At least the Fubuki is getting closer, but the capping is kinda also getting close to finishing. Someone has already given up hope in chat. Well, how's it gonna go then? Our only chance is if this Fubuki makes it into the cap. This is the kind of stuff where speed boost would be rather useful, I guess. Remember that even if she gets into the cap, we need to get a few ticks or points too. Because it's not enough to just be inside the cap. I can't tell right now who's gonna win. I don't know. Okay, now I know. Music. The music gave it away. We won. Excellent. Well done, Fubuki. Very well done. Well, 7 Citadel hits. Only 1900 experience. The Warspite did incredibly well. This is like 115k damage or something like that. Didn't really calculate it. Was a nice game. Too bad that it had to come down to the wire like this, because you know it shouldn't have been a contest. We had a carrier up and a Benson, and we had 2 ships near the cap, but nope, it was incredibly close. So anyways, if you enjoyed this video, then please subscribe, and thanks for watching.